So, most things are buttoned back up. Now, I don't know if I'm having a moment here, but we've got the wires coming from the exhaust. Oh God, what's it called? The sensor. Now, they go onto here, okay? So that's fine. But look, we've got our stator wires coming out here. Where do they go? The old loom is here. What am I missing? There should be another wire here with 5 or 6 coloured wires on it. This one, that's definitely for the exhaust one. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. That's up there. The blue one goes over into the blue down there. The black, which only has 1 or 2 wires in there. I don't know where the black goes at this stage. Where does the black go? I don't know what I'm missing at this stage, guys. I need to have a good look. The old engine. Ah, right. What have we got here? This 3 pin here. There isn't one coming out. So black, black, black. So there's 3 blacks. Hang on a minute. Right, I've got 3 black wires, a white, a brown, and a red. Three black wires, a white, a brown, and a red. Okay, but then it goes on to that wire. But then it goes on to these plugs. And where do they go? Does the black one... the black one will go into the open. Does the black one go into here? Nope, it's different. Oh, I need to have a good look over this. This is gonna wind me up now. What am I missing? I'm missing something really simple. Right, I need to put the... there's another earth here somewhere. There it is. That needs to go onto the new engine as well. Alright, let me have a think about this. So the more I look at this working low mileage engine, the more it disappoints me. The stator cables are fine. I've resolved that. It's up here, look. And I can fix that using the old connectors. But then you've got this black, and I'm thinking, where's this black go? Like, it can't just be nowhere. Look where they've ripped the old wires off. So that injector is ruined. Them injectors cost a small fortune, guys, and it's just because where they've cut and ripped. If you look at their old thing, look, they just cut through everything and ripped away. And look, why would you not disconnect that? Why would you cut it? I don't get that. You know. Fuel line, I mean, I get some cutting, I get a certain amount of cutting, we've all been there, but I don't get why. So, I mean, I've just messaged them and I've said, guys, you've made my life so much harder because your dismantler has been just rough. Can I just pop the injector? I think hopefully the injector just pops out through the top, if we're lucky. And I can switch it over. The thing is, guys, right, and this might seem, I don't know if this seems a bit needy or a bit too much, but the thing is, this unit, I could sell this whole unit, you know, I could sell the injector, you'd still get 30, 40, 50 quid for it. That's money. In this day and age, in this climate, that's money. The bloody Valiant one was 80 quid. I got 80 quid for it, for the whole unit, the injector unit. So the company's cost me, you know, at least that, and it was sold as a low mileage riding great bike. So that's why I'm a little bit wound up. I've actually just messaged them and said, look, you're going to cost me over £100 of extras on this bike. I'm going to ask for £100 back, guys. I'm going to, you know, it needs a stand. Fine, I can take it off there. But then again, that engine becomes a bit annoying. It needs a stand. It needs an injector, which is, honestly, guys, the injector's over 100 quid. And it just pisses me off how they cut. Why cut? Why cut? I don't get it. Why cut all this off? Why? Why not just, you know, it's on clips. It's on clips. Unclip it, make my life easier. So I'm asking for 100 quid back. I don't think that's asking too much. But I may end up in a bit of a battle with them. Because they, you know, they said they sold me a working running bike, and they haven't. It's not running, it needs work. We're not going to get the injector to work, are we? We need a new one. Which I happen to have, but that's not the point. So let's see what they say. I think they're going to kick up a fuss. I think they're going to try their luck. Most companies do, but I'm going to stand by. At the moment, they've sold me a lemon. If I didn't have the spare engine at this stage, I'd have to source that part. And I mean, I haven't looked yet, and I might be being a bit dramatic, but I know that injectors aren't cheap. So I need to wire all this up so that we can get back up to the connectors up here. That's fine. I can't connect the black up because obviously we haven't got an injector yet, but I'll switch it with that one over there. And then we're not far off at least a start-up on this bike, which is fine. I have got, well, I've ordered the front master cylinder and the whole line all the way to the back. So I have got that coming, but it's not going to be today. I have got the side panel here for here. It'll just clean it all up. So I need to get into here eventually, and then I need to run a fuel line all the way along. Oh, and I have got a new floor pan coming actually as well, so that we can get the bike looking really neat. You alright? With these slightly thicker wires, let me show you. Excuse me, they're thicker. Jake used to use connector blocks for this, and I've checked in the garage and I haven't got any, but I think I want to go and get some. You'll know what I mean. You see them on electrics, you put one side in and the other side in and you tighten them up. I haven't got access to solder here, so that's not an option for me. So I'm going to go and use the connector blocks and tape, so that we've got a good connection. What you really don't want is for it to rattle loose or come loose. You can't twist these very well because they're good solid wires, which is great. But yeah, I'm going to get some connector blocks for that one so that we're doing it properly. Now we're nearing the last piece of the puzzle. If you hadn't called out your wiring diagram here earlier, like I did in the video, you'd be screwed. So I now need to go back to my own video when I called out the wire colours and what connects to what, to see what goes where. Again, it's extremely good practice to do that, because I from memory, guys, I'd have no chance at all, and then you'd end up going online and panicking and looking, and no one's going to know exactly what these wires are or where they go. So call out your wires if they're different before plugging, pulling, chopping, whatever it is you're doing. So injector changed over, which makes sense to plug that straight in, wouldn't it? Injector changed over. Oh, is it a two-hander? Injector changed over. I'll plug it in. Wiring kind of done. Throttle cable on. What kind of things would we check now? Let's think. It's so easy now to put the key in and turn it over. What would you check if this was now your engine? What's the first thing you would check? I know the first thing I'll check now. It's the oil. The engine's been sitting, it's been like this. Now's the best time to check the oil, check the level and top it up if necessary. That'll tell you if the engine has any leaks or anything like that. Let me get a pliers so I'll check it in front of you. There you go. Oh. So remember, it's been sitting. This is a real-time check. So it's not dry, which is good. I'm just cleaning it with my hand there. It's not the cleanest oil I've seen at the top. Oh, Actually, I might have spoke too soon. It's not too bad. Quick dip, and it's at the bottom of the stick, so it's low. It's not bad, look, but it's low. So we'll put in some oil and make sure that's good. Hopefully it is a good engine. There's quite a low amount of oil in there, and what took the bike off the road originally. Let me top that up so that we're good and ready to go for first start up. So that oil was much lower than it should have been, actually. I don't know if they drain oil for transportation. I don't think they do. It came on a crate, but they might do. I put in half a litre, but when I've run it I'll put in more. All I want to do is hear it start at this stage. If I hear it start, then I'll pump the rear wheel and kind of give it some throttle. At the moment you have to hold the brake on for it to be on the stand. Remember, I need to switch the stands over. So all I want to do is hear it start. So I'm going to prime it a couple of times on the key, hopefully, and then hear it start if it starts. If it doesn't start, then we'll need to switch CDI systems over. It's not actually doing anything at all. It's really interesting. It's not even trying to turn over. Actually, I have forgot that earth. Let me do that earth in case that's what it is, because that might be... Oh no, the starter's earth somewhere else. I'll change that earth anyway, but I doubt it's that. I think I'll change over the computer, because it may not recognise the key, you see. Yeah, even with that earth done, it's not doing anything at all. Let me switch over the brain. It could very easily be that. I don't know if you can switch. I don't think I want to mess with it. I'm going to undo it and do it properly. Okay, so it will definitely start and make noise at this stage. It sounds great. A bit of smoke coming off the exhaust from where I've been spraying WD. Don't need to worry about that. It sounds great. I definitely want to top up the oil fully. Don't worry, it was half full when I fired it. I definitely want to top it up fully. I want to see if I've got a side stand. Sometimes I keep spares. Then I don't need to worry too much about the rear stand, but I am going to switch over. I need to be wary of these cables when test running. This one I'll just take off. That goes, no, yeah, it will actually, it'll be empty. Alright, I'll take that off from the rear caliper. And then at this stage, there's not much I can do with it at the moment. I obviously can't test on it. I think I want to get the stand transferred across. I think so. I'm going to go and look, see how easy it is to get this one off, and then I'm going to see if I can switch it across. It needs to have its stand. I do stock side stands sometimes, universal ones. I might have one or two in there if all else fails. But at the moment, guys, I think it's good news. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I'm overwhelmed, underwhelmed. You definitely needed your own CDI, which is good to keep in mind. Really got to keep that in mind. Could have easily thrown that out with the other engine, couldn't you? Sounded great. I'll top it up with oil. I'll keep an eye on the oil level, although it wasn't fully out, so I doubt it's leaking or anything. And then I think for me, I'm probably going to strip. I want to get the side panel on here. That one, I've got that one at home. And then I'll need to be up here in the master cylinder at some point. It won't be today. I think they've only just sent it out today. I think stands next. Let me get the stand sorted. So, really annoyingly, the bust up stand does come off easily, and then the good stand is seized solid. The bolt is not going anywhere, as in to the point where there's no point carrying on with that part, I mean. So I am going to have a little look in the garage, see if I've got a side stand, and if I have, then that's the way to go. I do remember having one in there not long ago, so I'll have a little look. So I'm just going through my options. They're all time consuming but necessary. This stand will come off easy, that's fine. So all I need is a stand. That bolt will work. There is a stand on here, but the bolt is seized here. Absolutely seized solid. It won't move, won't twist, won't turn, nothing. We could spend days spraying down there, but what's the point? If I chopped in there, and the same on the other side, I should be able to muscle off this and then bolt it onto the other one. That is potentially the answer here. I think it probably is actually the answer here. The other side is the bolt though, so it's going to take a bit longer, but it can be done. The side stand I've got, the spare one, is here. It's an adjustable one, but the actual gap at the top isn't quite big enough. Now what I could do is trim down this extra ring here. It's not needed. It would kind of go like that. Other concern of mine is that it sits quite far forward, so it will hit about there. That's way too far forward for my liking, unless you could tilt the bottom, which you can't. I'd want it kind of sitting there really, and the foot doesn't kind of, the foot don't really work for that. It's not the right shape or angle. Again, I'm not sure if you can adjust the camber on that. I think you actually can. So it would sit like that, and then you'd adjust the leg. So I can definitely do that, but I would prefer a rear stand. So I think I'm going to be chopping away at that and seeing if I can get that one off. It kind of makes sense. That engine's shot, it's gone. That one is running, so we need to go all out to make it work today.